What's up, guys? It has been a while since I've posted. Reason is the car has been gone for a long time. So I have not seen the car here in the shop for like 2.5 months. Little delay waiting for other people, unfortunately. Right now, hopefully it's getting its finishing touches on having the front and rear tubbed, so we can get the wide body kit on there and it's all nice and clean. Once that is back, we need to measure for the wheels so I can get those ordered so they're in here in time for SIV. And then I'm sending it off to the body shop to get paint and to get the body kit fitted and touched up and looking real nice. But for right now, I picked up some parts from the powder shopping shop and I wanted to show you. And I'm gonna put together this rear subframe. So here's what we got. Rear subframe is all done nice and beautifully powder coated satin black, and I got the pretty solid subframe bushings in there. I also got the rear knuckles with brand new bearing, and I got the Q45 hub in there so we can fit those beefy Q45 axle as well as a 300ZX axle. So apparently, I think it's the passenger side axle on the Q45 and the passenger side of the 300ZX fits on the rear end of my car, and they will both hold lots of power. To be determined. We'll see if this all comes together and fits. But I have all these SPL suspension arms that I'm gonna put on this and then potentially attach these. So this is getting prepped to just be lifted right up into the car and put in place. So today, I'm just gonna get all those arms put on. They're all adjustable. I don't know how to do any of that stuff. So once it's on the car and the car can roll and drive, I will have it taken to a shop where they're gonna do all the adjustments, all the alignments and the corner balancing and all that fun stuff. So for today, we'll just put together the rear subframe so it's ready to just get lifted right in. And that's all I can really do while we wait for the car to come back. Oh, I don't know if I've shown you the deep motor intake manifold, excuse me. So this is the beautiful intake manifold that's gonna go on there. So the old one is sitting right here. I mean, it looked good. The purple looked really good. It's just the stock intake manifold, so this will clean it up a little bit more. Got lots of pieces everywhere. All this stuff is stuff that's for sale. But aside from that, let's get this rear subframe put together. You know what the crazy part is? How much adjustability all of these parts have. Every single arm is fully adjustable. The coilovers are gonna be fully adjustable. I don't know how to do all the adjustment. Luckily, my friend Dan has a guy that will come out here and spend like 5 hours adjusting everything to where it's perfect. So that's what we'll have to do. For now, I'll just put it together. Well, I've run into a little bit of a dilemma. I mean, these arms came with hardware to go to the subframe, no hardware to go to the knuckle, which is fine. The rear lower control arm came with like spacers and the nuts, but no bolts. Me being the smart person I am, I did not really save. I mean, I have the bolts here somewhere from when I took everything apart. But I thought the new kits would come with bolts for everything. So I'm either gonna have to find them or find something that works or buy some new ones. Knowing me, how I've been doing this entire project, I've just been buying new ones because I want everything to be super shiny and brand new on this entire build. So I'm gonna put the arms on the other side as well and then see if I can find the original bolts, maybe wire wheel them, clean them up a little bit to put the lower control arms on. But then maybe wait to put the knuckles on. Maybe we'll just put the knuckles on so we can see what it looks like. Anyway, that's been one of my big dilemmas through this entire project is bolts. I spent like 400 bucks buying some titanium hardware for the engine bay. It better look really good because that's expensive for just hardware. But this car is gonna be an $80,000 beautiful track car. Most people don't spend that much for a track car because you're beating it up, but I want it to be a show car too. So here's to finding the bolts. As you can see, I have some bolts here in this little case. I have some bolts on the ground with some nuts. Over here I have some bolts. All the way over here. Oh, got some bolts in my little magnetic tray there. I know what those go to. I have some nuts there. Over here I have some bolts laying on the ground. That is why people, you bag up your hardware and you label it. Hey, but I started doing it. I mean, cam gear bolts, intake manifold bolts, I don't know, something, I can't read my own handwriting. Valve cover, see? I did it on some things, and a lot of those I'm not gonna need because I bought new ones. But the rest of the car, this should be fun. All right, next thing I'm realizing, the hardware that came with it, I think is for this end, because I'm probably gonna have to find the cam bolts that came on this originally. Which should be easy to spot, and I have not spotted them. So I've either lost them, or I placed them in a very particular spot so I could have them for later, and I forgot where that particular spot was. So I might have to buy some new cam bolts, which I know those are kind of pricey. So I couldn't find the hardware, but I wanted to show you a finished product, which this looks so cool being all black like that. That suspension setup is sick. And yes, don't judge me, I am using head bolts to hold everything into place, but I will get the proper hardware. But that is it. That is the finished subframe. It looks so good. And I know I haven't told you the color scheme that's happening, but obviously a lot of the components underneath are gonna be all black. The car is gonna be one set color, and then I will have an accent color. So lots of black under here. The sway bars are gonna be the accent color, and a diff cover is gonna be the accent color. So the diff is right here. So I have that Q45 diff that I've painted nice fresh black. The cover I didn't paint because I'm not using this cover. The cover I'm using is being powder coated right now, the accent color. So it'll be a little pop of color in the middle of all that black, with the sway bars having that color as well. Also, I have my calipers, those really big red ones, the 6-piston front, 4-piston rear, that were red when you've seen in previous videos. They're being powder coated right now, the accent color. So those will be a little pop of accent. They're having little issues with those right now. I've heard calipers are a pain in the butt to powder coat, but I have the 6-piston fronts, the 4-piston rear, as well as a second 4-piston on the rear just for the hydro, just in case I want to slide around a little bit. But those will be back soon with the sway bars. I think that's about it for today's video. I just wanted to give you a little progress update, put together something so you had a little something to look at. There's a lot more coming, especially when I get the car back. The motor's already fully built, the transmission's already in. Went with that T56 transmission, so those are put together. I just need to get the motor. I need to get the car, and then I can put the motor into place. What else? I have a whole bunch of panels, so this is interior. This is gonna be like the windshield wiper delete that I'm gonna have powder coated black, black, all these components black. The roll cage is probably going to be that accent color. So the whole interior is gonna be the same color as the car. The whole underneath is gonna be the same color as the car, but the roll cage might be the accent color as long as it's not too much of a pain for my paint guy to paint it the accent color. So lots of design process, especially in the engine bay. I need to figure out what components are gonna be what color, because before it was all the purple and black, which I still have some of those components here. Purple. But those might change, so stay tuned. I should have the car back here within a week, and then we can fit the subframe up, measure for wheels so I can get those ordered, send the car out to the body and paint guy, and then we're really gonna hit the ground running. I need to put all of these pieces, come on, all of these pieces, all of these pieces, all of these pieces, a lot of those pieces back into the car so it's a car again. So I basically have an exploded car in my shop right now. Just need to put it all back together and figure out the wiring. So this box right there, that huge box, that's all my wiring. So I stripped the car of all the wiring and it fit in that huge box, so it's a big rat's nest right now. I need to go through and rewire everything. The engine harness is great. It's just all the chassis harness stuff that I need to redo. So that'll be the most time consuming, as well as finding all the hardware and where it's supposed to go. Anyway, hopefully you enjoyed that little progress update. Super cool suspension setup. I'm super excited about this. It looks so good. Everything's gonna look so clean and brand new on this thing. I'm excited for it to come together. So hopefully you enjoyed the video. Click that thumbs up if you did, or just comment down below if you hated it and let me know why you hated it. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next video. Hopefully I'll have the car and you'll see all the beautiful additions. The tubbed front and rear end, the tubed front end, the roll cage. It's so pretty. I'm excited. See you in the next one.